Welcome back to Peek into COS. Today, I'm joined by Nicole Nicoletta, the Executive Director of the Rocky Mountain Women's Film Festival. Welcome, Nicole.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here. You're one of those people who has been here for a long time, and I want listeners to first hear about you and your story before we get into talking about the Women's Film Festival. Okay. So, and remember, we only have 30 minutes, but you're a native, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have the
Born
bumper?
right down the street.
You got the bumper sticker?
I don't. I
you
should.
don't. We
I
really
don't.
should. Well, tell people a little bit about, growing up in Colorado Springs.
Well, I was very fortunate to grow up on the Air Force Academy, actually. My
go.
dad retired Chief Master Sergeant at the Academy, and my mom taught at the Academy.
Wow.
So that was a pretty dreamy place to grow up. Went to Air Academy High School, of course.
Yeah, of course.
It was a wonderful place to grow up. Very safe, comfortable, plenty to do.
Yeah.
And then I went on and got my bachelor's degree and my master's degree from UCCS,
There you go.
right here in town, sociology. And and I've worked in a variety of places throughout town and have wonderful friends throughout town and a great network here. It's awesome.
Well, and you have been a public servant.
Yes, I was. I was also very fortunate to be elected into council and then as the mayor of Manitou Springs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, thank you for that. I mean, that's a calling.
Yes.
Every time I watch a city council meeting or go up to the state legislature and just watch what people go through, it's we're fortunate to have people that will do that. So
Agreed. And you're absolutely right, Doug. It is a calling because you're walking into what you know is going to be extremely challenging, right? But it has a unique way of growing someone.
Sure.
That's for darn sure. So
yeah.
I am the leader I am today because I had some of those experiences.
I love that.
It was a privilege. Yeah.
talk about Meadowgrass.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's just talk about the music festival and your involvement there.
I love talking about Meadowgrass. Awesome 5 years of my life as the executive director for Rocky Mountain Highway. And, much like the film festival that we're going to talk about, it's about bringing people together. It's about building community. Meadowgrass did it with music, and Women's Film does it around film.
Yeah.
So really, it's tapping into artists maybe that folks in Colorado Springs haven't heard of, and bringing that music to the meadow outside in Black Forest. Totally incredible. Volunteers, almost completely volunteer run.
Yeah.
Now their executive director, Jessica, is just killing it, doing great. So that was a wonderful time. My family and I actually started as volunteers, and we were doing the trash and recycle actually, and then grew up, or grew our way up, I guess, to executive director. So it was a great way to be with my family over Memorial Day weekend too.
I love that. You know, I just learned recently about the Colorado Music Hall of Fame. I'm looking at your face, and you're saying, really?
Where in the world is that?
Okay. Well, briefly, the Colorado Music Hall of Fame is based in Denver.
Okay.
And it's been kind of Denver and Boulder centric, if you will. But we've just begun conversations with the Colorado Music Hall of Fame about possibly recognizing Colorado Springs, because we have quite a music scene here. And later, we could talk even more about it. But there is a Colorado Music Hall of Fame, and they're interested from a tourism standpoint at the number of people who come to music venues that are from out of state. Now, obviously, Red Rocks is one that they say that more than 50% of most crowds at Red Rocks is from outside of Colorado. Wow. Now, here we've got the Ford Amphitheater, which is just turning a year, and they have told us that they've had visitors from all 50 states already.
Wow.
So, so think about it. So music and Colorado, we're going to talk film. We're going to pivot to that. But let's talk about, since you've grown up here, what is it that makes Colorado Springs, the Pikes Peak region, so special as an art community?
Well, in a word, I'm just going to say the energy, right? The energy and the buzz
Yep.
at art events. When you're at maybe a morning breakfast that's a fundraiser, right? Or a concert at Hillside or a gallery opening, there's just a cool vibe and energy where people want to show up. They want to connect with one another. That connection piece is so huge,
Yeah.
right? It's the art is the catalyst for bringing people together.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a strong desire and importance for the Colorado Springs community to support their artists.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not just going and having a good time with wine and hors d'oeuvres at an opening, right? It's wanting to elevate that person and the work that they do. And I think that's just shows some great dedication on our part.
Well, and I hope that listeners who are, let's say, vacationers trying to still maybe put itineraries together and think about what they, why and what they want to do here. Outdoor recreation is who we are, and we're blessed to have the trails and open spaces and all the different things that we have. But I hope that people will look at our arts community in general. There are so many things, and we've done previous podcasts on galleries and First Fridays and different things that there are to do. So if you're a resident, you already know. Maybe you're, ask yourself, Arts Month is coming in October. We always say, go do something that you've never done before. Go support a venue, but it's probably not lost on folks that the Rocky Mountain Women's Film Festival is in October.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so if you're listening to this, we're going to pivot a little bit and let's talk about how long it's been around, a little bit about the history, and what's going to make 2025 kind of exciting.
Oh, you bet. Always happy to talk about Rocky Mountain Women's Film, and it's a pleasure to be here with you, and I love that Visit COS finds it important enough to have us on your show. So we are the longest running women's film festival in North America. This is our 38th year.
Yep.
Started by Donna Guthrie and Jerry Martin 38 years ago. And probably 39 years ago with some planning, but for the festival, 38 years. And really, our mission is to build community around film, and we do that by putting together world-class, very quality programming year-round. Specifically, of course, our flagship event is the festival in October.
The dates are?
The dates are October 17th through the 19th. But for those of you listening, and it's after those dates, it's always in the fall, and it's always the third week in October, because we do it at Colorado College, and it's during their block break. So
There you go.
you can always check their calendar, too, and you'll know when we're going to be there. Yeah, so it's 3 days of film and live music, food trucks, filmmaker forum during the lunch on Saturday and Sunday, and Q&As after a good majority of our films.
Yeah.
What makes us so special, Doug, and to you listeners out there, most of our films, really almost all of our films, are made by a woman. So even if the film is about, say, last year we had Queen of the Tetons, 399, about a grizzly bear, right?
Okay.
But it's a woman behind the lens telling the story.
Sure.
We believe there is a unique power, a unique skill that a woman has to tell a story. So that's what makes us special. That's what makes us the longest running women's film festival in North America. But really our films, this year's theme is Film for Everyone.
Film for everyone.
And so that means, there is going to be something that you will enjoy, right? Most of them are documentaries, not all. But we have everywhere from very light, uplifting films to some pretty somber, very profound films that maybe you'll leave and either want to take some action on the topic,
Sure.
or you might even leave and decide that you're examining your own beliefs about a topic and wondering, maybe you never thought about it that way and you could shift a little bit, or maybe you don't shift, but you just feel more empathetic, more compassionate toward the topic or the person. So there's something for everyone. It's a total blast.
How many films will be shown this year?
40.
40 films.
40 films. Yep. So we have opening night on Friday night. You can get that just as a single ticket or part of the full festival pass. And then all day Saturday and all day Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And just so we don't forget, for more information, where do they go?
rmwfilm.org. You can find all the information there. We did just announce what films have been selected.
Okay.
So you can read all about them. You can watch some trailers. And then early October, we'll have the actual schedule. So some people like to wait until they see the schedule and then they plan it all out
Yeah.
and how they're going to spend their weekend. with
Sure.
we have some families who come and that's their annual family reunion
Yeah.
is the festival.
I love that.
So it's just, it's if you've never been, I highly recommend you take some time to either come here from out of state, come here from within the state, and even just go to one film and just see how powerful it is. And just the quality of these films is, they can be life-changing. I watched a film, it's in the festival this year, and I kid you not, it's even amazing for me to even say, but I am a different person after watching the film.
Can you tell us the name?
It's called The Secret of Me.
The Secret of
The
Me.
Secret of Me.
Okay.
So you can read the description on the
Right.
website, and it will hit, all the films will hit people in different ways, right? But there's something very special about the space we create
Yeah.
at the festival that allows all perspectives to live in one space. Right.
Yeah.
And so when I was growing up and I would go to the festival, I've been going to the festival since I was in high school. And I would go by myself often and come out of the theater and you just make eye contact with a stranger or someone you know. And you think, oh, my God, can you believe what we just watched? That was so amazing, So it's, it's just you gotta try it.
I saw the preview for Four Mothers.
Yes.
So talking about the spectrum of, fun films and things, that looks like a very fun film.
I'm so glad you brought that one up, Doug, because we have a few films this year that are narratives. Most of them are documentaries, as I mentioned, but Four Mothers is one of the narratives we have. And you can actually sign up. We're showing it in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
At Garden of the Gods Resort and Club, so that's going to be really fun. That's free.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I mean, just watching the trailer, it's a fantastic film. And you got to love the Irish accent, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know each other, but I don't know that I've ever told you that our son is in the film industry, and Ryan lives out in L.A. and has been in, and he just got back last night from the Toronto Film Festival, and they had a film that was premiered called Nuremberg, and it's got Russell Crowe and it's got quite a cast in it. And they got a 4-minute standing ovation at the end of the film, and it comes out in theaters November 7th. And he texted after the film and said, "It's a hit." And so
Doug.
you do these films. People they pour their hearts and soul.
Yes.
And in a case of a film like that, it's a historical piece where they're going to probably have a whole generation of people that don't know about the trial.
Right.
And so people will learn history often through film.
Yes.
And hopefully
Yes.
it's interpreted in such a way that it's is as true to form as it can be. But film is such a powerful entity.
You must be very proud.
Well, we are. I mean,
That's awesome.
He went to film school. It's what he's always wanted to do, and we just were out there with him about a month ago, and he took us to the Hollywood Bowl to see Jurassic Park with the LA Philharmonic.
Wow.
18,000 people watching a film from 1993 with the LA Philharmonic just playing the soundtrack. It's a night I'll never forget.
Whoa.
So there are,
Yes.
there are just places where I think film really can touch people, take you back to your roots. And I wonder for you, Are there venues here in the Manitou, Colorado Springs, Woodland Park area that you really love to go to those theaters because of the ambiance?
Well, of course, number one is Kimball's.
We gotta bring it back.
I mean, we got to bring it back.
Right.
Kimball's, that was just, it was cozy,
Yep.
just the right size, and of course the films. I used to love to go to the Lon Chaney Theater. It was also a wonderful place to be. But in terms of really going to actually see a movie, most of my exposure is at Colorado College in their theaters.
Interesting.
Yeah. Very comfortable and great sound system, great AV team. I would have to say those are my favorite places to be for a film.
Yeah. Well, and if you are happen to be a guest, a visitor, and you're staying at the Broadmoor, they have a theater there that every night at 7:00 for guests, they will show a film. And it's in a really cool theater. So for visitors that might be thinking about that, just know that that's for hotel guests. There's another place. But boy, I sure hope Kimball's can.
I know.
For those that are listening, it's probably been a couple years. Been
2023.
2023.
Yeah, early 23.
Yeah, so it's a theater downtown that would just show the films that you really couldn't see in a lot of other places. And Mr. Kimball he passed away.
Yeah.
And so far the baton legacy, if you will, has not been passed.
Yeah.
But I'm sure hopeful that theater will come back.
Me too.
Well, I guess what I want you to maybe paint a picture for listeners is that if you were to describe the experience of what it's like to come to the film festival, the Women's Film Festival, how many different screens are being shown, and what do people tell you besides it might be their reunion or things? Why should people come, and what would they experience?
Sure. Well, we watch films all day Saturday in 4 different theaters.
Okay.
On Sunday, it's 3 theaters. We basically take over the quadrant of Colorado College.
Sure.
And one of those spaces is where we do the Filmmaker Forum, as I mentioned earlier. And so it'll be a panel of filmmakers on Saturday and a different panel of filmmakers on Sunday. We pay to bring in the filmmakers. We take care of their lodging, which we're partnering with the Mining Exchange. And we have an awesome green room to take care of them all weekend long. So it's very important to us that their experience at the festival is fulfilling and also hopefully rejuvenating for them, that they get a lot out of it, just as our attendees do. So what to expect when you get there, just a nice smooth check-in process. We do have complimentary cookies and coffee Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. And as I said, there's a party Friday night, there's a party Saturday night. We love to party, we love live music.
Right there on campus.
Right there on campus in Cornerstone in the main space.
Sure.
And what we hear from people, Doug, in surveys after the festival or throughout the festival when we're in person is gratitude. That they are able to hear a story, see a story being told that is talking about something maybe they haven't been able to verbalize. Maybe it's something that they went through that's very similar to the person on the screen, and it's hard for them to talk about, or maybe they didn't even realize they had some sort of connection to something that they just saw on the screen. So it's like, it's this opportunity to connect with yourself and to connect with the people around you, new and old.
Sure.
And also, just so people don't think it sounds like it's so deep the whole time, you can go as deep as you want to, right? Or not, really. But it's the second most common comment is how wonderful the Q&A is. So most of the films, after the film, after the screening, there is the filmmaker and our host, the venue host, and they do a Q&A, and it's just very powerful to hear directly from the filmmaker, maybe what their experience was. We had a film last year, took 11 years to make, and this filmmaker followed a family for 11 years. right? And so what does it mean to her? What did it mean to the family to let her into their lives
Right.
for that long?
Right.
And then to, well, I don't know if expose is the right word, but to share and spread this message of their experience, right? It's very personal. It's very powerful. So, yeah, you can expect all the feels. You can
Sure.
expect a good time.
Yeah.
And you can expect great food.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a one-of-a-kind weekend in Colorado Springs.
Well, and I hope that for listeners, as you say, we're doing this in September of 2025, but people really, no matter what year, you know, you're talking about a film festival that has, this year's the 38th, so it's past the test of time.
Yes.
And so you really can plan for the future to look at that third weekend in October and say, yeah, we're gonna go to Colorado Springs, and as if you live here, invite friends.
Absolutely.
For a place to connect. Okay, let me do a quick ad break here, and then we're going to come back. That Visit Colorado Springs launched a new Neighborhoods and Areas Hub, highlighting 25 unique communities across the Pikes Peak region. In addition to well-known spots like Old Colorado City and Manitou Springs, the hub also features lesser-known areas like Security Field, Nob Hill, and Green Mountain Falls. So whether you're local to the Springs or visiting, you're guaranteed to learn something new about what our region has to offer. Check it out at visitcos.com/areas. And, you know, I can just tell you, Nicole, that, you know, we know that Denver they have great neighborhoods, and people know those neighborhoods often by name. And part of what we really wanted to do here is highlight 25 of the communities and areas that both residents and visitors would be interested in knowing more about.
I love it. It's a
I hope
great
that
idea.
people will check that out.
Great idea.
Okay, so before we let you go, we have 3 questions that we like to ask all of our guests, and you will have fun with these. So the first one, in 3 words, how would you describe Colorado Springs?
Beautiful, accessible, friendly.
Great. I love those. Those. I knew you'd be able to nail those. When you think about the Pikes Peak region, you know, from Canyon City to Pikes Peak and everything else, where's your little hidden gem? Where do you go, Nicole, to kind of recharge, and it's like your go-to place?
Well, I'll tell you, the number one place that I do exactly that on a daily basis is Bear Creek Park. I will hike that trail regularly.
Yeah.
If I need to get away a bit,
Yeah.
Cottonwood Lake
Yeah.
outside of Buena Vista
Okay.
is my sanctuary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
about an
Yeah.
hour west.
And probably just about to be the most beautiful place on earth here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, as those
So,
leaves
yes.
start
Yes.
to tour. Now, this one could be a little more difficult.
Okay.
Do you still have something on your bucket list that you have not done in the area?
Okay, I can take my time, right? 'Cause
You
okay.
absolutely can think about this, but when you
And
reveal
by
it,
area, you mean?
like you
Like
know, Pikes,
El Paso,
yeah,
Teller.
right, yeah, in the area, in the Pikes Peak region, there's something that you have not done.
I have not seen the troll.
Oh, okay, yeah, up in Divide.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
So
Rita.
I have not. Yeah, Rita. Thank
Right.
you. Yes,
Okay.
I've not seen the troll. I would like to do that, and I know for a fact there are a million trails I have never done.
Yeah.
And while that's not a very specific bucket list item, it is important to me to get out there a bit more than I have.
Well, yeah. Well,
right?
it's like when you go to a restaurant and you say, I'm going to try something different.
Yeah, yeah.
We have our go-to restaurants. We have our go-to items there. We have our go-to trails.
Yep.
So we do, on these podcasts, we do feature people who talk about their favorite trails, because everybody knows about the big ones, you know, Red Rocks and Garden of the Gods, and, you know, but we we really do to enhance the experience, want to spread people out
Yeah.
and have people go do different things. So,
Yes.
okay, so Rita, you've put it out there.
I'm so glad you asked the question too, because I don't take time to think about that. So I'm
All
glad.
right, so put a bow on it for us for the 38th Women's Film Festival. Tell people where they can get all the information, the dates, and all that good stuff.
So you can visit rmwfilm.org.
rmwfilm.org.
All the information you could possibly need. You can also call our office at 719-226-0450. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have or simply talk about film. One fun fact, too, is we actually have a film library in our office. Back in the day when we had, most of us were watching DVDs, we have a full DVD library of all films that have been at our festival. So you can stop by and check those out for free.
And so where's your office?
It's in the Lincoln School,
Oh, yeah.
2727 North Cascade Avenue,
Sure.
Suite 140.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go Patch.
Yeah, absolutely. And Nightingale.
And Nacho
Building
and Nacho
3.
Matrix.
And Nacho. All of them.
Yeah.
That's the best place
Yeah,
to work.
just past the hospital you were born in.
Exactly.
So your career hasn't really gone too far. You were born there, and now you're working probably walking distance
Yes.
from there. But
Yeah.
that to me kind of speaks to what makes this place so special. The roots do run deep,
Yep.
and people are very intentional about either moving here and or staying here.
Yeah.
So
Or coming back.
or coming back.
Right? I left and came back. It does call you. Yep.
It does.
Yep.
Well, Nicole, thank you for just sharing from your heart what it is that makes the Rocky Mountain Film Festival so special for women directors. And I just think that what you do and how you celebrate them is what makes this place such a special place. So thanks, and we appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it.
Yep.